Welcome to the Excel Hub. Today we'll cover how to work with dates and times in Excel, including how to calculate the number of days between two dates, add or subtract time, and use some of Excel's most useful built-in dates functions. Before we start calculating, it's important to know that Excel stores every date as a number. Behind the scenes, Excel counts the number of days since the 1st of January of the year 1900. So 1 equals that date, 2 equals the 2nd of January of the year 1900, and so on. To see this in action, select any date, right-click, click Format Cells, and then change the cell format from Date to General. And as you can see, here it shows 45,292. That's Excel's serial date system. When you switch it back to date format, Excel displays it in a human-readable way again. Okay, let's say I have a list of projects with start and end dates, and I want to find out how long each project lasted. In cell E3, type equals D3 minus C3, press enter, and Excel calculates the number of days between the two dates. Now we can double-click the bottom right-hand corner to bring this down, and every row updates automatically. If you want to see this in weeks instead of days, just divide each one by 7. Once again, we can double-click, and what we can do is we can change this to number formats with 2 decimal places. And remember, this only works because Excel stores dates as numbers, so subtraction between 2 dates gives you the number of days in between. Now, Excel handles time in a similar way, but instead of whole numbers, it uses fractions of a day. For example, 0.5 represents 12 o'clock midday because it's halfway through a 24-hour day. Let's calculate the number of hours worked between 2 times. In cell K3, type equals J3 minus I3. That gives me the result as a time, in this case 8.5 hours. Now we can double-click the bottom right-hand corner to bring this down. And if you'd rather see this as a number, what you can do is you can multiply it by 24 like this. And then you need to change the format to a number format. And as you can see, it returns 8.5. We can, however, click Ctrl-Z to go back to the previous format. You can also add time easily. If I want to add 2 hours to a time, I can write equals K3 plus time, open brackets, 2,0 minutes and 0 seconds. And Excel adds exactly 2 hours. You can change the values inside the time function to also add minutes or seconds. Excel also comes with powerful functions that save you from doing date math manually. For example, we can type equals today, open brackets, close brackets, to return the current date, which updates automatically every day. The year, month, and day functions extract parts over date, so we can use cell C3 as an example, and this is particularly suitable for reporting or grouping data. And as you can see, using cell C3, it has extracted the year 2024, the month 1, and the day 1 as well. EOMONTH returns the last day of the same month. So we would type the start date, followed by the number of months, in this case 0. We can close brackets, and as you can see, it retrieves the last day of that month. Now, if we want to find the last day of the next month, we can simply replace 0 with 1. Finally, if we type equals workday, enter the start date, and then type 5, this adds 5 working days, skipping weekends. A few things to keep in mind. Make sure Excel recognizes your dates. If they're stored as text, formulas won't work. And remember to always check your cell formats when working with durations. If it looks strange, try switching to general or number format. So that's how you can work with dates and times in Excel. Please give this video a thumbs up if you found it useful, and subscribe to the Excel Hub for future Excel tutorials, techniques, and examples.